Alright everyone, well, our look at Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger now comes to a close with Viva Dinosaurs. As Rope gives in holding Geki, Goshi, and Dan, Boy catches the last second, yelling for May as the two pull, stopping their teammates' plummet. Geki and Dan yell for Goshi to help them, but he continues to deal with the Dora monsters, striking him as he tries to hold the rope. As Boy and May's hands bleed and the two appear to lose again until Barza appears, telling May to tie the rope to his staff, helping Boy steady it until he lets it go. It's the staff hitting the doorway, stopping the collapse. Goshi soon throws his axe at the Dora Chimera Ghost, causing the Dora monsters to vanish as Geki and Dan find themselves still in peril. Goshi throws away the other Dora monsters, relaying for his teammates. Outside, Barza's staff starts breaking, forcing him to use magic, with Boy wondering if he'll just forget the spell. The sage speaks in incantations Boy and May keep hold, and he turns his staff into a pillar, yelling for stronger support against the doorway as Boy congratulates Barza for remembering the spell as he laughs happily. In the magic realm, Goshi pulls Geki and Dan back up from the edge, getting Dan up and pulling Tyrannoranger back to the same level as the trio decide to continue onwards. Geki states to be careful, not knowing what else is there as Goshi discovers 3 orbs, each holding Daijujin, Dragon Caesar, and King Brachion. The trio rushes to save the Guardians, but are suddenly attacked as Pulse emerges within Bandora's wand, making her fall to the ground in her castle as she realizes the Zyurangers have invaded her magic realm, surprising them. The trio tries to save the Guardians again, but Lemmy Griffosaur soon emerge within, leaping to attack the 3 Zyurangers in combat. Lemmy sees to defeat Dan and Goshi until they trip her and throw Geki up, who uses Griffosaur to leap to the orbs and slash with the Geki's sword, destroying the magic realm. Boy and May rush up the stairs of a building as the 3 Zyurangers plunge downwards on a roof. Geki immediately returning to Bandora's castle and seeing that Daijujin is rescued. Goshi hiding in Dragon Caesar and King Brachion, and Dan the dinosaur eggs, angering the witch as she yells for Kai to attack them with Doratellos as he goes on a rampage again, ripping a building to hit them with debris. The Zyurangers soon transform as the team begins to summon the 5 Guardian Beasts one last time for the final battle. The individual Guardian Beasts attack Doratellos as Tyrannosaurus withstands an attack before the team summon Daijujin and the dinosaur sword Godhorn, deflecting Doratellos' sword attacks before next summoning Dragon Caesar and firing the Dragon Harley at the White Mecha. The two team up, with Dragon Caesar smashing the wrist swords with his tail before the team switches to Kyoryu and slashes Doratellos until Great Satan attacks him with an electric attack from his head. Geki soon summons King Brachion and the team fuse one more time into Ultimate Daijujin, declaring to Great Satan and Doratellos that their disruption of peace on Earth is unforgivable as they launch the Grand Banisher, which finally destroys both the Mecha and Satan, making Kai yell for his life as he cries for his mama as the Mecha explodes and Pandora yells for her son. Victorious, the Zyurangers leave Ultimate Daijujin and thank him for everything he had done before returning to Pandora's castle and deciding to storm in to finish things. With Kai dead, Pandora collapses to the ground in sorrow, confronted by her minions, as Kai finally appears before them, having survived the explosion. Turning to his mother, he reaches out to her and the two finally hold hands, but Kai falls to the ground. Pandora telling Kai to hold on just as the Zyurangers enter into the palace. George asks Kai not to die as Pandora, not wanting him to leave her again as she begins to cry, showing sorrow as her son fades away, collapsing on the ground in her tears. Seeing the Zyurangers, she curses them for killing her son and prepares to attack with her wand but fails, realizing she can't use magic anymore and surprising her minions. God Daijujin soon speaks that Pandora has lost her powers, seeing that she lost her son Kai and shed tears, and when a witch sheds tears, she loses her powers, thus she has lost. Pandora is shocked as Daijujin declares they will leave Earth forever as it creates a magic urn, which unseals and sucks Pandora and all her minions within before the jar flies off into space. The Zyurangers leave the palace as Daijujin declares that the jar will wander through space for eternity, and the palace finally vanishes. The Zyurangers return to Barza, Geki stating they finally defeated Pandora as the leader congratulates his 4 teammates for their job well done. The Guardians congratulate the Zyurangers for completing their mission and choose to allow King Brachion to return the dinosaur eggs to them, granting them to the team. A while later, the Zyurangers head back to the hospital and show Satoshi the dinosaur eggs, showing delight as they start hatching. Geki showing us the baby dinosaurs emerge into the world with his mother and friends also watching as they finally are born. The children of Zyurangers celebrate as Satoshi states will get better as life on Earth likewise begins to revive, both people and other living creatures who survived Pandora's rampage. and the jar in space. In space, the jar containing Bandora and her minions continue to drift as the former which sings her theme, and minions playing as her band. She states that she has to give up and she will regain her powers and return to Earth. However, Professor and Lemmy soon appear with a baby, stating that he is their child just born to both of them, delighting them. Badar continues to say she hates children. Looking at Lemmy's baby, she decides she wants to hold him as told by a book but also want to hold him. Lemmy and Professor keep celebrating and Flippercon decides to make a cradle for the new child. Back on Earth, the children admire Satoshi's cell as he continues to look after the baby dinosaurs. Genki says the babies are proof of their hope, and that's why he's giving them to these children, as Iji asks if the team is going somewhere. Ghost reveals their mission is finished and they can't stay here anymore. Barca soon lights his staff, teleport the Zyurangers on a cloud as the children wave farewell to them. The team riding the cloud through the sky, remembering their battles. Children throughout the city soon follow the cloud, saying goodbye to them as the Zyurangers return to the Guardian Beast for eternity, hoping to return when they are needed again. Aww. So let's take a look at some notes surrounding this episode. A trailer for this exciting series, Gosei Sentai Zyuranger, as well as the next time trailer for its premiere episode, was shown at the end of this episode. This trailer remained on the Shout Factory release of Zyuranger. This is the last time all the Zyuranger appear together outside costume appearances, such as Legend War Gokaiger. Goshi, played by Seiju Uman, would appear as the first untransformed Zyuranger to appear beyond this, appearing during the final 2 episodes of Gokaiger. Geki's voice, that of Yuta Mochizuki, would appear 2 more times. He would return in the short film Super Sentai World, as alongside all other rides during Yakuju Sentai Zyuranger vs. Super Sentai. He would not make a physical appearance until Yuta Sentai Kyoryu vs. Go Busters Dinosaur Great Battle, Farewell Eternal Friends. Takumi Hashimoto, who played Boy, appears as the voice actor of King Ranger for his first battle in Oranger, in place of actual actor Shoji Yamaguchi, and later played Jiro Iwamoto Mega Ranger. Ryoko Chiba, who played Mei, appeared in episode 25 of Kaku Ranger. Shiro Izumi, who played Mirai, will have several notable roles beyond this, including episode 9 of Kaku Ranger, episode 3 of Oranger, and a prominent leading role in Super Sentai World. Hideki Fujiwara, who played Dan, is the only Zyuranger actor to not physically appear in Sentai beyond this episode. Machiko Soga, who played Bandora the Witch, will return for a final appearance before her passing as Heavenly Arch Saint Megai in Maji Ranger. This is the last episode of Super Sentai to have been narrated by Toru Ohira. So overall, as the final episode of Zyuranger, this one is just really damn good, and yeah, it's nice that the Zyurangers finally got their happy ending and stuff. So yeah. So overall, I give Viva Dinosaurs 5 Megazords out of 5. Thank you all so much for watching Super Sentai Spring. I hope you all enjoyed it. And again, I do apologize for the late start. I don't know why I didn't do those first 3 episodes on April 1st like I was going to, but hey, things just got in the way, so there you go. But yeah, anyway. So again, I want to thank you all for this, and tune in next year as Super Sentai Spring 2026 will kick off with the first episode of Zyuranger, which is called Let's Tension. So yeah. And also, next month is going to be Marvel May 2025, but we're only going to be able to get 2 movies next month, and those movies are going to be Deadpool and Wolverine and Captain America Brave New World. Of course, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four First Steps I will be covering next year, so there you go. But yeah, anyway. So again, thank you all so much, and until next time, in the words of Zordon, may the power protect you.